Morning everybody, it's Rob Reed here and I'm otherwise known as Yoga Dad, and I'm absolutely delighted that you're joining me this morning for this short 15-minute stretch session to hopefully re-energise us after what has probably been a rough night sleeping, hopefully under the stars and not under rain clouds. And I think it's an amazing effort that all of you have got involved in this, and I'm absolutely honoured that Julian House kind of invited me to run this short session for you today. Without further ado, we're going to get started, and at the end I'll just talk a little bit more about what we're going to be doing tonight alongside yourselves, and also on Facebook Live on the Saturday morning after the sleep out. Anyway, let's get going. So I'm certainly not a fair weather yoga teacher. I ran lots of sessions last summer, from rain or shine, for organisations like Julian House. So it's great to be able to kind of run these type of classes for charities that do incredible work in the local communities, helping those vulnerable groups. So we're going to start in a standing position, which is probably where you want to be after spending a night lying down on a piece of cardboard and that kind of thing. And we're going to rub our hands together just to generate some heat. So let's start just by moving from side to side as well. So pacing around on the spot. Just really feel as though we've got enough heat through the hands. And then we're going to bring the hands across the eyes, tips of the fingers across the top of the head. Just now feeling that warmth through the hands, through the eyes, sinking down into the eye sockets and hopefully all around the head, which even with hats on and that kind of thing, I'm sure is feeling absolutely ice cold today. Now slowly dropping the hands down and placing one palm and then the other across the heart with the eyes closed. And now feeling that warmth through the palms, wrapping around the heart, and then sending that warmth, directing it all through the body from head to toe. Now at the same time feeling the heart beating back through the palms, along the arms, across the shoulders, all the way from the top of the head down towards the soles of the feet, and really feeling alive, present in this moment that we've got together in this virtual event that we're running this morning. Now taking the hands still with the eyes closed and bringing them across the belly. Just starting to feel into the breath. Each time you breathe in, the belly expands, fills the palms up. Each time you breathe out, the belly empties back out again, away from the palms, back towards the back body. I'm doing that a few more times. The elbows tucked in nice and close to the side body. Really now create some more space across the chest and the shoulders, and allow you to kind of lengthen and deepen the breath. And each time you breathe in, really feel as though you're light and lifting up, and each time you breathe out, sinking back down towards the ground where you spent your Friday night. Now slowly opening the eyes, nice soft gaze, bringing the fingers now across the tops of the shoulders. The wind is playing havoc this morning. And bringing the fingers across the tops of the shoulders, elbows out wide, and just imagining almost like a bird sitting up in that tree just about to soar high up into the sky. So we're going to start drawing imaginary circles with our elbows across either side. Whatever space you're in this morning, whether you're outside, inside, in one direction, and just easing any tension away from the tops of the shoulders, and then in the opposite direction. And then bringing the shoulders back to a neutral position again, and just shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears, lifting those elbows up and just gently applying pressure down through the fingers, allowing the shoulders just to fall back down towards the ground, doing that twice more. And integrating the breath by inhaling as you lift the shoulders and elbows up, and then exhaling as you lower them back down. One more time. And then one final time. Pressure through the collarbones, down towards the ground. Cool, great stuff. Super. Right, we've got started. My notes, I left it out last night and it got absolutely and utterly drenched. So I've got just about enough on here to tell me what I'm going to be doing next. Now another part of the body that's probably feeling stiff today is your neck. So we'll just use the weight of the head just to help support release of any tension, any aches around that part of the body. So we're going to start just by bringing our chin down towards the chest, We're going to take one ear over to one shoulder, and then up towards the sky, so looking up, and then opposite ear to opposite shoulder, chin to chest. We go a couple more times in one direction. We'll just go slowly or as quickly as feels good to you. And change direction. We really feel that tension now, hopefully just start to ease away. Great stuff. Okay, bringing the head back into a neutral position. We're going to take one arm out to the side this time, almost imagining you're reaching the fingers down towards the floor. Opposite ear towards opposite shoulder. Feeling that stretch, you're now creating all the way across the top of the shoulder, down the length of the arm towards the floor. And an option to bring the opposite hand to the extended arm across the chest, up towards that shoulder of the extended arm. And just again, gently applying pressure through the palm, just creating a little bit more space across the chest as you lower the ear down, opposite ear down towards the opposite shoulder. Slowly lifting the head up. Okay, shaking that out. We'll do the same on the opposite side. So whichever arm you didn't extend last time, that's the one that goes out this time. Extending that arm out, fingers reaching down towards the floor, opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Feel that stretch intensify. Again, along the shoulder, down the length of the arm. An option to bring that opposite arm across the body, towards the shoulder with the extended arm, still keeping that ear, that opposite ear. Lowering down towards the opposite shoulder. And then slowly bringing the head back up again. Now, we're in many different locations this morning for this stretch session. So obviously we're in our own gardens. We're not in a kind of centre of Bath or anything like that. But we can still do a virtual hug together. So let's start extending our arms out. So thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the sky, feeling that space that you're now creating across the chest. And then slowly bringing the left arm across the right as you hug them in towards one another, and bringing the chin towards the chest. Feel that warmth that you're creating in the body by hugging in nice and tightly together, almost imagining that kind of collective body warmth that we're able to generate. So each of us virtually doing this hug together. Do the same again, extending the arms out. And this time right arm on top of left, chin to chest. And maybe even walking those fingers down, lifting the elbows up this time. Walking those fingers down along the back. And just pressing the elbows away, just create a little bit more space across the tops of the shoulders, between the shoulder blades. And extending the arms back out again, and then down. Now we're going to just try and support any release of tension now along the spine. So I'm just going to turn myself sideways on, so you still face forward. Hands now clasped behind the head. We're going to look up again towards the sky. Hopefully you're looking up towards blue sky this morning. And then slowly lowering chin towards the chest, head towards the floor, between the knees. So we'll do that a few more times. Inhale as we lift up, elbows wide, towards the back body. Exhaling back down again. Twice more. We really feel that space that we're creating along the front body as you lift up, and along the length of the spine as you fold forward. One more because that feels so nice. And then back down again, and then lifting yourself back up. Okay, so we're going to now try and generate a little bit more heat through a little sun salutation flowing sequence. So for anyone that's done yoga before, they probably know what a sun salutation looks like. But basically we're going to start from one end of the mat to the other. We're going to work through this flowing sequence. I'm going to make it child friendly. So a lot of the movements, the kind of teaching cues that I'll have will be the kind of things that kids will hopefully really resonate with and enjoy. And so yeah, let's see how we get on, and then we'll finish shortly after that. So I'm going to move myself now towards the front of the mat. So obviously if you've not got a mat, then just move yourself towards a position where you've got a bit of space behind you. We're going to bring our hands together, so this is hands. We're going to reach for the sky. As we fold forward, we're going to reach for the ground. Bend our knees if we need to. We tickle the ground. We take ourselves back into straight as a plank. And then lowering our knees down towards the floor, lowering our chest down towards the floor, and our hips and bum towards the floor. Untuck our toes when we get down there. Keep our hands pressing down. We're going to lift our head up. And as we do, we're in our snake. So we're going to go. floor, tucking our toes back under, pressing down to our hands, lifting our hips up off the ground, walking our feet in ever so slightly and lifting our bum up into the air, into our dog position, and we're going to bark like a dog. So woof, 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 woof. Now we bend our knees, we slowly walk our hands now back towards our feet just to keep us on our toes. We're going to reach for the ground again as we did before, keeping the knees bent if you need to. We're going to tickle the ground. We're going to go massive arms this time, so stretching our arms out wide again as we did with that virtual hug. We're going to lift our arms up and overhead and go banana to the left, stretch out through the side body, banana to the right, stretch out through the side body, and then reach for the sky again, and then hands. Okay, so at the back of the mat, we're now going to work ourselves back towards the front of the mat, so same again, so you should know what you're doing now. Okay, so back to hands, reach for the sky, reach for the ground as we fold forward, keeping those knees bent as you need. Tickle the ground, straight like a plank as we walk our hands forward this time. And again, option to keep the knees lowered or lifted. And then slowly lowering the knees down, chest towards the floor, hips and bum towards the floor, and tuck the toes, pressing down through the palms, lifting our head up. And we go back into our snake. So big deep breath. Head back down towards the floor, tuck our toes back under, press down through the hands, lift our chest and hips up, knees still down on the ground, walk our feet in ever so slightly, bum up into the air, and back into our dog position again, and let's bark like a dog. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Okay. Slowly bend our knees, look forward between the hands, walk our feet forward between the hands. We're back down to reaching for the ground. Tickling the ground, massive arms this time, one final time. Banana to the left as we stretch out the side body on one side. Banana to the right as we stretch out the side body on the other side. Reach for the sky and hands. Wonderful. Right, I'm certainly feeling a lot warmer now after those couple of sun salutations, and I hope you've really enjoyed that too. So we're going to take ourselves back now as we end today's stretch session just to where we began. So we're going to rub our hands together, generate some heat again through the palms. Just taking maybe that little bit longer this time than we did at the start, pacing from side to side just to keep yourself warm, and then slowly bringing the hands back over the eyes, fingers wrapping around the top of the head, just settling down, feeling that heat again absorbing through the eyes and the eye sockets and around the head. Keeping the eyes closed as you now lower those palms back down across the heart again. And maybe the hands feel a little bit warmer than they did at the start. Wrap around warmth, around the heart and around the body. Maybe the heart's beating that little bit faster and stronger now after that 15 minutes or so that we've had together this morning. Bringing the hands now back across the belly again. And starting to slow and steady the breath back down again. Feeling that lift and lightness each time you breathe in. That feel good factor that you're just drawing into the body with each inhale. And the ability just to feel calm as you settle back down through each exhale and sinking the body down towards the floor. Where you spend most of all of your nudges. Nice soft gaze, open the eyes again. Bring the hands down by the side. Thank you for joining me for this 15 minute or so stretch session today. Coming out in all weather. Feels like it's going to sort of horse it down with rain any second. But if I can do this for 15 minutes, then I'm sure you guys have obviously been able to do it all night. And obviously for someone that sleeps out on the streets, they're doing this all the time. So yeah, this is as much as I could do to kind of support the amazing campaign that Julian House has put together for this sleep out at home this year. And I'll be sleeping out myself on Friday the 5th of March. I'll be somewhere in the garden, I'm not sure where, wrapped in as many clothes as I can, probably sleeping on cardboard or something like that. I'll see if we can kind of come together. And then on the morning after I wake up, or even if I sleep, on that Friday night, I'm also going to run a live session, so this exact same session is pre-recorded. I'm going to run it live on my Yoga Dad Facebook page. It's probably around about 8:30 in the morning, so if you want to join me live for that and see me pretty bleary-eyed, then it'd be great to see you on there, and I'll see what I can do in terms of fundraising over the next couple of weeks to kind of hopefully get up towards that magic £100 figure that Julian House is looking for each of us to raise for their campaign. Anyway, thanks again for joining me for this stretch session this morning. I hope you've really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you want to find out anything more about me, just check out yogadad.co.uk. Have an awesome day, and see you again soon.